Jackson County Sheriff's Office is investigating a common crime in our area, mail theft. But last night along Rogue River Drive in Eagle Point, deputies say there were dozens of victims.
NBC5's Elizabeth Ruiz looked into the case and joins us live in studio with the latest. Elizabeth?
Craig, Kristen, the Jackson County Sheriff's Office says mailbox theft in the valley is fairly common. Sergeant Eric Henderson says the office gets calls about mail theft once a month or so, and it's usually rural residents that are targeted most.
They can drive up, they can walk up, and just take things out of there.
When Eagle Point residents living along Rogue River Drive went outside to collect their mail Thursday morning, many found their mailboxes open with nothing inside.
The deputies went out there to investigate, and they basically found a ton of open mailboxes. There were somewhere between 70 and 80 victims all the way up and down Rogue River Drive.
Deputies even found envelopes scattered across the road. Sergeant Eric Henderson with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office says it's especially worrisome if someone receives mail with confidential information or you're sending out a check.
If you get a check stolen, those items can be taken and actually washed and turned into a check that they can pass somewhere else.
Connie Snyder, who lives close to the string of mail thefts, says her main concern is getting a credit card application.
They can use our name, our address, and that code and get a credit card in our name.
She says her neighbors often have to call companies to track their mail. But when she moved to the area 7 years ago, her family decided to get a post office box.
Because sometimes we receive checks, we just decided that we wanted to have a post office box for the security.
Other safe options include neighbors sharing the cost of a cluster box or getting a mailbox with a lock on it. If you believe your mail has been stolen, you should file a report with your local police department. And if you aren't sure, you can always contact your local post office.
There are people wherever you go that are going to try and, take your stuff or damage your stuff.
Snyder says she'd like to see more police presence in the area, but she also hopes her neighbors lock up their valuables.
Whatever you have that you want to keep, make sure it's under lock and key, and that includes the mail.
If you saw anything suspicious or have security footage of the thefts, you're encouraged to contact the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Live in studio, Elizabeth Ruiz, NBC5 News.